John Bollinger with Premier Guitar. Today we're taking a first look at the brand new reissue by Electro Harmonix, one of my favorite companies. Mike, love what you're doing. This is the Slapback Echo. Now in the 70s, they released a much larger version of this, and it's become a very coveted pedal and hard to find. And Electro Harmonix has reissued it in a smaller format with some cool upgrades. Tell you all about it after you take a second to subscribe below. So this true bypass analog delay pedal could not be simpler. Basically, three controls. Right here you have gain, which gives you as much as 20 dB, and that can actually push an amp into overdrive or bring you up for a solo or drown out a drummer if you need to. So we got that. Over here is blend. So you can go all the way down to nothing, so you hear none of the delay, or you can have it where you hear only the delay. And down here we have a switch that gives you three options. Either 100 milliseconds is where I came in, or 65 milliseconds or 45 for a real quick one. And that's the whole enchilada. Like all Electro Harmonix pedals, it comes with its own 9-volt power supply included, and built like a tank. So coming in, I'm playing my Gretsch. Later on, I'll play a T-style and then a Les Paul, so you can get a couple different options. And we're running it directly into my old Fender 1964 Deluxe. Not a Deluxe Reverb, just a Deluxe. And this is what it sounds like without the pedal. Okay, let me take you through some sounds. Coming in, I had everything kind of straight up in the middle. I had it on the 100 setting, had the gain in the at 12 and the blend at 12 for that real rockabilly. That, to me, slapback is a secret to that music, particularly for a sloppy guy like me. It just makes everything so rhythmic and work. So, you know, like, love that setting. But let me kind of get into the basics of it. The gain alone, let's look at that. We're going to take down the blend and just show you how much you can get for it, how much gain you can get. Here it is, not engaged. Now, see what 20B feels like. Really wakes up that amp, gets it right on the verge of breaking up, and it's only on like, I guess it's on 3 right now, but it gets it right on the verge. So even if you didn't necessarily need the delay, it works as a secondary setting. You can use it just as a boost, which I love that. Now the blend, let's start down on nothing to subtle. To me, that almost has that kind of tone where you get almost like a room mic that's off the amp a little bit. Sounds a bit like. I found that very effective with distortion, which we'll get into later on. And then take her 3/4, and it's pretty over the top. And then all the way here, you are just hearing the delay. Okay, over here is the switch. Here's 100 milliseconds. In the middle is a very quick 65. And down here is a mere 45, which is really quick. For the 45 milliseconds, to me, that's the most usable thing because it works in every context. You could leave it at, say, kind of a subtle blend and up a little bit on the gain, and doesn't necessarily sound like a slapback. And slapback, I love it, but it's a definite thing. It doesn't work with everything. But this, coming in any context, could bring you up for a solo and make it just a little bit fatter with that slap. For instance, let me put on a different guitar and you can hear what it does with a little bit of dirt. Okay, now we're in humbucker land with my old Les Paul. See, I love that. Very subtle, but it's there, you know? Now put a little more on there and add some dirt. This is the Electro Harmonix Battalion, which is actually a bass overdrive, but God, I love it for guitar. Here we go. Tell you, man, you can dish up the slop with a pedal like that. It makes all that stuff work. I love that. To me, it's almost like on those early Led Zeppelin records. I don't know if it was a room mic or if it was his tape echo set at a slap, but Page would get this kind of. It almost sounded like two guitars at times, you know, just barely following the other one. And I think this does it really well. Let me put it in the middle setting. I think 65 gives you that a little bit more. Man, that is the kind of tone that, I don't know, I think there is none bigger than a overdriven humbucker style guitar with that slapback going. I love it. For fun, let's go ahead and try a T-style. Okay, now this is my Cryotone T-style. Here it is, just straight into the amp. Nothing wrong with that, but put on the slapback. Okay, let me put it in the middle section and bring down the blend, make it a little more subtle. I think Brad Paisley is one of those guys that you often hear like a little slap in the back of his sound. So to me, this little tiny magic pedal is such a great addition to their line because it does its own thing so well. That slap back for the rockabilly deal, or that kind of country thing, or the crazy over the top rocking thing like classic Zepp. Good on you, Electro Harmonics. To read the full written review, go to premierguitar.com. While you're online, make sure you subscribe to all our social media crap. Subscribe to our YouTube channel. Subscribe to the magazine. Poke around the old PG site. Why not? This is John Bolger. Till next time. Let's turn on the dirt. And turn up the delay.